Sara and I come from Italy, and I've been living in Berlin for the past 6.5 years. And I do many things. I have many passions, so it's a bit hard to define exactly who I am and what I do. But I am in a way an artist. I am an embodiment coach and facilitator. I organize events and workshops, and in the past 8 months I've discovered that I'm also an activist. It started in October. Like before, it was somehow present as a movement of liberation in my life, but I didn't know so much. And I somehow found myself in Berlin surrounded by Arab people who then became my friends, my loved ones, and my chosen family. And through them I connected to their life experience, and they somehow inspired me, because through knowing them and having them love me and care for me in my life, I was so inspired into joining in this liberation movement, because as a privileged person I can do that, and it's my responsibility to do that and to show up. And I think that many people ask us why we are so involved in the Palestinian liberation movement and not in other causes. And I actually have thought a lot about this, and I've realized that somehow, first of all movements for liberation and justice in this world are interconnected, because we as humans are interconnected. And also I feel that the Palestine liberation movement has somehow, it's a perfect mixture of all the oppressive systems that we see in our world, and it's a good example for what it means to have injustice and violence due to imperialism and colonialism, white supremacy, climate destruction, oppression of minorities, racism, capitalism, its exploitation of people, of the land, and just massive levels of injustice. And I feel that through Palestine we can learn so much about how to bring justice and liberation everywhere. And this idea of no one is free until everyone is free, it really resonates with me. And I think that's why I really put so much of my energy into this struggle, because it is interconnected to the liberation of all of us in the world. I think it took me a few months now to understand what my role is, and also to accept that each one has their own role, and how I do activism is different than any other person's activism, because we all have gifts, and we shine in our own personal way. And I came to realize that the thing I love the most is to communicate and to really connect with people from the most different backgrounds and upbringings and ethnicities, and really connect in a loving, empathic way, and somehow through communicating and coming together in community, inspire others to start questioning the status quo. I think my ability is to start observing reality and question everything. And then from it I feel that curiosity sparks in some moments in my life, and I get to learn about a topic, and I become active, and then I can share it with many people that I have around, and it resonates with them. So I don't know how to define this role, but through communication, inspiring people. And especially I feel that as a white privileged person, I can be a source of inspiration for other white people to really start accepting that we grew up in an unjust world where we were given privilege without having done anything for it, and what we need to accept that this privilege has consequences and it has a cost on other people, on the planet, and with this privilege comes a responsibility to do something to change these systems of oppression and to speak up for whoever is voiceless, or use our power for whoever doesn't have this power. And I think that it's really the responsibility at this point of whoever has privilege to start unlearning and questioning and taking responsibilities and do something to change what's happening, because we see genocides, we see climate disasters, we see violence and injustice everywhere, and we need to do something about it. It's a freaking roller coaster. So some days I'm in bed and I don't even have the capacity to stand up because I don't feel the hope and I don't feel that we can change anything. But in some other days, like today, I feel a lot of hope, especially, first of all, like coming from the Palestinians and from all the oppressed people in history. Their resilience capacity is incredible, and to see them even in the worst of hardship, in the midst of a genocide, being able to still be loving and compassionate, and you see how they're still not only surviving but living in community and supporting each other, and what comes out of that level of pain is always like either art or connection or beautiful things. So this is an inspiration, and if with what they're going through they can still be resilient and still be hopeful, like who am I, how dare I not feeling this hope? And I also feel that feeling the power of the people coming together, like the community, the support that I feel in with my friends and loved ones, and with this group of people we do activism with. Like when you sense this power of coming together, you feel the strength and resilience that humans are capable of. In these moments I'm like, wow, like we can really change something, but we need more and more people to join in this movement for liberation and justice, because like we are powerful. We need to come together, and in these moments when I'm down, maybe a loved one has a lot of energy, and we need all to show up and to also be able to pull each other up again when we fall and when we are hopeless. And we need a huge network of humans coming together and join the struggle for liberation.
Wow, that was amazing.